Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. If you recall, last November I bought a new little toy. Champion 2000 inverter generator. It was the night before Thanksgiving. It was at Tractor Supply. Regularly was $4.50. I got it for $3.23. I wasn't sure what I was going to use it for. I figured I'll take it on some camping trips and test it out. Well, I have taken it out and tested it. These are the results. Follow along. Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to continue to follow my adventures here in Adirondacks. And as the sun goes down on another day here in the Dacks, nothing like a day paddling out and coming back and having a twisted tea. So, last November I bought this generator. Bought it for $323. And before that, I thought about getting a suitcase generator to help to do some work around the house, and I could take camping with me because my Honda, and I love my Honda, but this dog's 138 pounds. And I'm getting to the age where taking 138 pounds out of the back of my truck, not as easy as it once was. So when I'm out camping, whether it's in my truck or with my camper, I don't really require a lot of power. I do have my solar power panels that run my Trojan batteries. If you've seen my videos before, I will put a link up here to that video on how I do power stuff in my rig. But there are a couple items that for convenience and comfort that I need a generator for, like my coffee maker or my toaster. And yes, I do know that I can make coffee on the stove with the old percolator. I actually use one when I go truck camping. And you can toast bread on the stove if need be. But I like my toaster and I like my Mr. Coffee. So how did this little guy do when I took him with me? Well, he did fine on some and failed on another. Number one, the Mr. Coffee ran it like a champ. No issues at all. Had it in equal mode, turned on the coffee maker, revved up. I knew it was not at its max, but it probably took it up there. Now I don't run everything all at once. I'll make the coffee, then I'll do the toast. This is now the Champion generator running the coffee pot from 20 yards. This is the Champion generator running the coffee pot from 40 yards. Approximately 40 yards. Okay, this is the Champion generator running at about 20 yards. The only thing running in the fridge or in the camper is the refrigerator. This is about 40 yards away. Again, only thing running in the camper is the refrigerator. But that's where everything stopped. When I went to try the microwave, so tested the Champion on the coffee pot and it ran the coffee pot. It's a 4-cup coffee, Mr. Coffee pot. So it's not a big one. And it also ran the toaster for my English muffins, no problem. I started the microwave to see what we can do on the microwave. and it tripped it out. So we'll reset it. And we now know that the little generator cannot run the microwave. It tripped out. All 3 times that I tried it, it tripped out. So I got to thinking, I wonder how big the microwave is on my camper. I didn't think it would be any more than a 1,000 watt microwave. I was wrong. It's a 1,350 watt microwave. Now this generator, on the surge of that microwave starting up, took it beyond the capabilities of this generator. So that 1,350 watt microwave, this would not run it. It just could not get past the starting point of the microwave. I didn't even try it on the air conditioning because I knew the air conditioning. The air conditioning is a 13,500 BTU unit, which normally runs on startup, goes from anywhere from 1,400 to 1,800 watts on startup, then drops back down to about 700-800 watts running normally. If this would not run my microwave at 1,350 watts, it certainly would not run the AC unit. So do I give this little unit a passing grade? I do give it a passing grade. I like Champion generators as it is. My first generator was a Champion generator. It was an open frame generator. It was a 3,500 watt. And I took that with me when I first got my big camper. Not this camper, the one before it. And I used that generator a lot because I was just tinkering with the solar at the time, and my solar was not good at the time. That's when I had to learn a lot about solar on how things work. But anyways, that Champion generator would start on the second pole no matter when it was during the year. Winter, summer, fall, did not matter. That generator start on the second pole every single time. So I've had Champion generators and they've always been a good unit. This generator is just the same. For me to use this around the house with my pole saw, and sometimes I use it for an electric water pump. I do have a gas powered pump, and let me just add in a little bit of the care for a generator or a small engine is to always use non-ethanol gas. That's the only thing I use in all my engines, including my truck. Non-ethanol gas. I have used non-ethanol gas the entire time I've had this Tundra. When I had my Tacoma before this, I used non-ethanol gas. I used non-ethanol gas in that Champion generator, my old generator, my Honda generator, my water pump, this generator, my lawn tractor, everything, my chainsaw. The non-ethanol gas is just better for your engines overall. Little tidbit of information, not going off on a different direction here, but is it a difference running in the Tundra? Here is what I did. My last trip out, I was in Old Forge at Nick's Lake, and I had to go down to the YouTube gathering in the Finger Lakes. I filled my truck up with non-ethanol gas, traveled 193 miles, and I still had a quarter tank of gas left pulling my camper the entire time. And I went from Old Forge out to Route 12, if you know the New York area at all. Route 12 down to Route 20, Route 20 over to 81, 81 down to the Ithaca exit, and then 390 over to the Finger Lakes. 193 miles I went. I used 3/4 of a tank of gas in this truck, pulling a camper. Now on the way home, I could not find non-ethanol gas where I was staying. There was 2 gas stations. This little rinky-dink town. Neither one had non-ethanol. So I put regular gas in the truck. I hate doing that, but I had to. Reset my odometer, camper on back, took off for home, went out 390, out to route Interstate 81, up 81 all the way to Watertown, and then home. 8 miles before my house, 181 miles, my fuel light came on. The non-ethanol gave me 193 miles with a quarter of a tank of spare, pulling a camper, while the ethanol gas gave me 181 miles, barely from to my house, pulling a camper on an interstate with even speed. That's just in my Tundra, and in case you're wondering, my Tundra is a 23-gallon tank, and so the light comes on at with 3 gallons left in the tank. So I'll take this generator every day of the week. Every time I went out to start it started right up. I don't think I've had to pull any more than 3 pulls on this thing to start it. And we'll see how it does. So there you go. $323. It was Black Friday sales event at Tractor Supply with an extra 15% off because I'm in their members program. I don't regret buying it. I don't regret buying it. And I do have an idea coming up that all this time I've been thinking about how to put heat in the back of the truck when I go truck camping in the late fall, early winter, or early spring. And I've been looking at various heaters on how to heat the back of the truck, and I got to worry about maybe a blanket or something getting too close to the heater because there's not a lot of room. And then I got to thinking, why do I have to heat the back of the truck when I'm the only thing that requires some heat? So this little guy and I are going to try out an electric blanket come this fall truck camping. So stay tuned for that. Alright folks, you watched all the way through. Thanks for that. If you liked the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below. Continue to follow the adventure. And remember folks, tomorrow is no guarantee for any one of us. So disconnect from that Wi-Fi, connect to this out here. You won't be disappointed.